Hey guys, this is Rob speaking, and in today's little translation update we are just having a quick look over the current progress and when you will be able to see the current translations in game. As you spot immediately, something has happened, and that is the addition of Portuguese Brazilian, PTBR, versus Portuguese. It has been brought to my attention that there are quite a few Brazilians among the translators for Portuguese, and that there have been some minor issues with that, where the languages have clashed, or the different variants of this language have clashed, and that potentially can cause some confusion and extra work and so on. So what we are going to do here is to open up the Portuguese Brazilian translation earlier than originally planned. Out of the new languages added, Portuguese is leading by over a factor 2 currently, so there seems to be a big interest in getting that done, or just very ambitious individuals involved in it. So I applaud you guys for being that extremely fast with this language, and of course that means that you will be able to see it in-game earlier. Italian is doing really well too, and is already up to 22% overall. Russian is doing well too. It is phenomenal that, Russian translation will be quite a bit more difficult to do than translating the game from English to, for instance, German or something. So seeing the big progress here is also awesome. And we have someone in the Turkish language who's really been hauling ass and doing lots of translation work. So this is all looking really nice. Proofreading, French has continued nicely, the others have kind of stalled. And let's have a quick look at what is going on in there. Okay, here we are with the translation activity. As you can see, it's quite a roller coaster ride, to be expected though, and I've discovered this little feature that you actually can fold it out to see what's happening in the languages. And there you see the massive amount of work and consistent work done for Portuguese, and that is why we have come so far in this one. And you can also see that Italian has been dying off a little bit lately, so come on guys! If you want to get Italian done and in-game, then that requires a little bit more than 76 words. Yes, but let's take a look here. So Turkish is going well, even though it's just one person, and you can basically see that it's one person because not on all days do you actually have time for this. But French has been continuously going well with corrections and improvements to existing strings, and that is why it is 100% done, but still you see translation effort and quite big bubbles here. That is when longer strings are corrected and then accepted. That pops in there. But yes, overall it's looking really nice. It has come up from the slump we had here, and now progress is on its way. But let's also take a look at the proofreading activity. And you see that proofreading activity is only for of course it only shows the languages where that actually occurs. And Spanish, we are still lacking much of progress. I want to get our one and lonely proofreader that we currently have to recommend another proofreader so that we can speed up the process a little bit, and that would help enormously. German has died down, so I think I want to plead for the same thing there. If you can recommend another proofreader, please do. And especially that is a call for the proofreaders to recommend another proofreader, because they have proofread quite a few strings by now and can tell who's actually competent at translating the game or finding errors. French has been continuously going on, and the interesting part here is that we are almost done with a second round of proofreading the English UK version. So a few strings have indeed changed, or not only a few, but quite many. Most of the corrections done in those won't change any translations, but some of them might. So just be sure when you're proofreading or when you're translating, always compare not to the source string, but rather to the UK English translation as your source. Another thing I wanted to mention is that we had a case of blatant misuse of the automatic translator in the Russian sector here, and that is not appreciated. But rest assured, and well, yeah, that's also a warning to whoever wants to try that. I can remove all of your contributions with a click of a button. So that is probably what I will have to do, unless those strings are all corrected, like 170 of them or something. And I just hope there was some progress beyond just misuse of that machine translating going on there. But thanks a lot for those who are pointing out such abuse. That is very helpful, because I have no way of telling when that happens, right? So yes. And I think that is all. It's looking really nice so far. The new languages are coming along very well, and I would ask you guys to get started and sorting yourselves out on the Portuguese versus Brazilian Portuguese translation, so that we can get around conflict there and just coexist instead of fight against each other. Even though I have not heard of any bigger troubles there yet, but that might be the case later on. So, okay, when can you expect these languages to be updated in-game, you ask? Well, we are currently preparing another patch for the public version. And that would mean that we put the current translation status into that build. And I think we will be releasing another update today, at least to open beta branch, maybe not the public branch, so that people can try it out over the weekend. So if you want to have your latest translations in game and check on them, please switch over to the open beta branch on Steam, and you should be able to see the latest strings. Alright guys, that's all. Hope you enjoyed, and see you guys next time!